divorced. Did I say that out loud? I am twice divorced, and so I'm single. And it's okay. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. This next speaker, she's an author, a speaker, and a teacher. Jessica Goins is here to empower us to shift our thinking from being married to becoming marriage material. Come on through here now. Jessica hails from Dillon, South Carolina. Please help me welcome author Jessica Goins.
Hello, everyone. How many unmarried people do we have in the room today? Awesome. So we're going to get straight into it. So often I hear many single people say, my next relationship will be my last relationship, implying that their next relationship will result in marriage. 7 years ago, I was in a relationship that I just knew would be my last. In my eyes, he was perfect and the relationship was perfect. Within a year, things began to spiral downward and the value of the relationship slowly decreased. Then one day, he ended the relationship via text message. Yes, a text. My heart was crushed and broken. That situation forced me to begin seeking God for a husband. Over the years, I've learned why that relationship didn't work. First, I left God out of the equation. I never asked for permission to enter the relationship. Second, he was not the one God made for me. I was focused on the wrong thing. Rather than focusing on becoming marriage material, I was focused on getting married. Basically, I was focused on the destination rather than the journey. The most valuable thing I've learned is that it is not so much about making your next relationship your last relationship. It's about declining the wrong relationships to prepare and wait for the right one. To those of you that are currently single and desire to be married, I'm sure you've asked God questions as to why you're not married yet and when you'll meet your future husband or wife. Today, I want to shift your focus. Instead of wondering when you'll meet him or her and get married, begin working on being molded into the perfect one for the right one. Allow me to introduce 7 godly practices that will shift your focus from wondering to waiting and working. Number 1, sex must wait. The topic that most seem to ignore, shy away from, push under the rug, or even act as it doesn't apply to them. Fornication. Premarital sex interchanges emotions beyond your control. If you step into a sexual emotional realm with someone you are not in covenant with, you are bound to run into several obstacles that would have been bypassed with obedience. The bottom line is that God created sex for a husband and a wife. Number 2, kiss the soul tie goodbye. A soul tie is the emotional bond formed through sex between you and another person. The most difficult part from being delivered from fornication is the war between your flesh and your spirit. Once you are determined to wait on God, you will do what it takes to allow God to destroy any soul ties. Number 3, loneliness is good. Once you begin to apply the first 2 principles to your life, in comes the spirit of loneliness. This stage is the pivotal point in shifting your focus. Although loneliness is frowned upon, it will transform you into a brand new person. It may not be good to you, but it's good for you. Number 4, build a relationship with God. Your relationship with God is the most valuable relationship you will ever have. It will benefit you far more than the relationship you'll have with your future spouse. You are to treat your relationship with God just as you would treat your relationship with a physical man or woman. Listen to every word he speaks. Take interest in his interests. Ask a million questions about his likes and dislikes. Talk to him for hours. Talk about him nonstop to everyone you know. Miss him when you're not in his presence. The goal is to have an intimate relationship with God. Number 5, know your worth and measure your treasure. Disrespectful individuals do not treat the opposite sex with respect simply because we do not make them. There's a vast difference between buying and earning. Never allow anyone to buy your heart. Make them work to earn your heart. Number 6, write the vision. After you've learned who you really are and how worthy you are, your desires for marriage will be pure. God's word declares that we are to write the vision and to make it plain. Give God your vision for your future spouse. Go beyond the physical features you desire and give God the spiritual assets you'd like for him or her to possess. Your vision must come straight from your heart. Number 7, last but not least, wait for the wait to be over. If God's will is for you to be married, your wait has an expiration date. There will be a day when God begins to release the answers to your long-awaited prayers. On that day, you will see your vision begin to manifest. After applying these 7 godly principles to my life, God has answered my 6-year prayer and revealed the identity of the man he made especially for me. I can attest to you that the wait was not easy, but it was well worth it. I was determined to wait for greatness and not settle for mediocrity. I'll end by asking, are you willing to become the perfect one for the right one? Thank you.
Wow.